Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and I'm back with another episode of Doomsday Last Survivors. Today, we're going to be doing Genesis War. This is the final circle, and normally I don't stream or record PvP events, but today is a special day because we are allied with one of the... How do I introduce this guy? One of my favorite YouTubers, the Hi Guy. So yeah, we're actually allies with his team today. So we're gonna be going in, we're gonna be doing a 2v1 against these guys here, Omega World, and the reason that they didn't want to ally with anybody is because they said before the event, we don't need allies. We're strong enough, we don't need allies. So this is interesting. We're gonna take a look at their team here today. So they've got 6 billion power, and their leader is Tanopo. Another Asian alliance. We've been running into a lot of strong Asian alliances lately. So let's go and check these guys out here. See what they got. Welcome to Alliance Omega World. Omega World is recruiting active members looking for combat power of 30 million and a shelter of level 21 or higher. So their requirements for joining aren't that high. Just a bunch of normal stuff here. I don't really see anything over the top for their clan banner. And OMG, oh my god, is their name. Oh my god. Omega World. So we're dealing with this guy here, this Emoto, YS Emoto, and JJ, Taka. There's another guy here that I was noticing going around the field. Wood, this guy here, Big Bopper. But yeah, these are their main guys here. We've got Amato. Let's check out Amato. 229 million power, 6.36 million kills, or 636 million kills, I meant to say. 269,000 T6 kills, so a lot of T6 kills. And infantry main by the looks of it, with high priority on the backpack. So we're going to be going in and probably taking on a Boyd Warden, I would assume. A Boyd Warden X combo, so pick your poison, just put whatever, I guess like Riven or something like that. Somebody would pair them with, or Stella or something like that for rally. I don't know, dude. I'm not an infantry main, so don't crush me in the comments for not knowing what they're going to be running with that today. And then we've got here JJ. We've got a maxed out backpack and what looks to be a ranged main with a high priority on a lot of the other hero equipment as well. So looking to be sort of balancing the parts on all of their equipment, but high priority on the infantry and or on the ranged and the backpack with the Lewis skins. So I'm guessing Lewis, maybe Lewis Ethan or something like that, or I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. So who else do they got here? Taka. Let's take a look at Taka. 192 million might, 154 million kills. Good amount of them are T5 and T6. More even between the T5 and the T6. Hey, what's going on, guys? Quick break here. Just want to ask you guys, just before we continue with the video today, got a huge video planned for you guys today. If you guys could please just do me one quick favor before we continue. Just hit the sub button, hit the like button. It just helps trigger the YouTube algorithm. It helps grow the channel and get the channel out there to other people that might not otherwise see the video. So if you do that, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And the ones that are already doing that, helping the channel grow, you guys are awesome. All right, let's get back to the video. And then just about to start getting into the white parts. By the looks of it, looks to be another ranged / infantry balanced. So these guys are either spending a lot of money in balancing out their workshops and their hero equipment, or they're just stupid. I don't know. Probably the first one that I said. Probably just spending a lot of money. So yeah. And then we've got Yanny Wanny, this guy here. They look like a very friendly, very docile alliance with their profile pictures, but you don't want to mess with these guys. They're not weak. So this guy's got 100, and this is not Apex Warzone. I just want to point that out, okay? If these guys were in Apex Warzone, they wouldn't be doing that good. But they're in like Fearless / Elite, whatever you want to call this. I don't even know what it is, honestly. We're in G99 today. You guys can tell me what that is in the comments. We're in G99 for Genesis War. So yeah, that's what we are. So we got an infantry main here looking like they're almost maxed on all the infantry stuff. Just looking to get those white parts. And it'll be a fully maxed infantry, nasty looking customer here with 120 million T6 kills and 201 million T5 kills. So those guys are going to be quite a handful today, I would say, with the infantry, the range, the double ranged, actually. Fortunately for us, we do have a whale that's rider main, so that's Omega World. Let's go take a look at GrOp, our allies. They've got 707.8 billion might here, the high guy, the leader of the alliance, and they look like they're, I looked at them earlier. It looks like they're missing a lot of people that I used to see on here. So there's obviously the high guy here, but a lot of people, I'm looking through the R4s and the R3s, and I'm seeing a lot of changes, but I don't know. Maybe this is just the way they always were. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm seeing a few different names missing that I was used to seeing there before, but anyway, someone could correct me on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So let's take a look at these guys here. These cats are rocking some good fighters. We've got the high guy with 176 million might, 393 million kills. Not too bad, not too bad. Coming in with almost a quarter of the kills being T6, so not too bad. Just about to max out that infantry assortment on the hero equipment. Looking pretty good over there, and I know for sure from watching his videos that he does run a Boyd Warden and Riven Garrison, so it's a very strong Riven Garrison that he can put in there for his team. And just strong infantry in general. So Oni Soul, we got Oni Soul here with 182 million might, 125 million kills. So just starting to really creep up the kills. 47 million T6 kills, so a third of the kills are T6. Looking like a rider main here, so looking like he's got most of his rider boots done. And then I would probably suggest moving over to the backpack there, buddy, especially since you've started refining all this other stuff here too, which is kind of irrelevant considering you're a rider main. But anyways, I don't know. People like to level up their stuff weird for maybe for top commander points or something like that. I really don't know, man, but looking like a pretty strong rider account over there at 182 million might. Could be stronger if they had focused on just the rider parts, but I'm not going to say too much. It's just purple parts. It's not like you're spending tons and tons of resources. I'm not trying to bring the guy down or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. Here's what I mean. Okay, we're looking at Nolan. We've got a ranged main clearly here who has decided to hyper focus his hero equipment mainly on the range and just forget about everything else. And that's totally understandable. I mean, that's the way I would do it myself. That's how it's supposed to be done. Unless you're a big spender, I don't see the point in even touching this other stuff until you've got your main gear fixed up. So we've got obviously a range main in Nolan here with 170 million might and 203 million kills, with half of those being T6. Looking like, I think he runs a Bard. Oh my god, I can't remember what this guy runs, but obviously he has Bard, so judging by the profile. So we're going to be interested to see what Nolan can bring to the table today. I don't really know a whole lot about this guy. I've heard the name before. I've heard a lot of these names before, but I haven't actually gotten into their statistics before. So it's going to be interesting to see some of these battle reports here today, or just see what, you know, what happens on the battlefield with GrOp today. So we've got Lee here. Looks like an infantry main with 168 million might, 128 million kills. Looking like a newer, I would say newish player, or maybe a low spending player, judging by the way the hero equipment's been leveled and the commander ID, but still nonetheless, probably pretty strong infantry main. And yes, looking like he could bring a lot of help onto that battlefield. Probably, I'm guessing, in the field, just judging by Mr. Eddie here. In here we've got Flash 7 with 132 million might, 146 million kills, 43 million T6 kills, so nearly a third of those kills being T6 kills. This guy's really starting to ramp up the kills and looking like A rider main, if I had to guess, looking like a newer rider main, I would guess probably, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what the level of spending on this account would be to get this. He's probably, I don't even know, dude. Probably a low spender if I had to guess. But yeah, really starting to ramp up on those rider parts by the looks of it and forget about everything else. I would suggest to just keep on doing that, man, and get that backpack maxed. Get that backpack maxed. So that's the R4s. We're looking at a lot. We could just sit here and look at GrOp all day, but we got a whole hour of fighting where you guys are actually going to see what these guys can do. These guys are capable fighters, man. If anything, they're honestly probably just about as capable as us, if not more. They have more depth. I'll say that. They probably have more depth, whereas we have a big whale on our team who can pretty much stop anybody. So let's put it this way. If Carnage went over to GrOp, they would shit on everybody on this map. So anyways, that's all I'll say about that. We've got a lot of fighters, over 125 million might. A lot of T6s on this roster. Oh my god. If these guys all show up today, it's going to be a bloodbath for our opponents. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. So here we are with my alliance here, and we've got Carnage here. It's not going to show who's registered and who's not, I don't think. Let's take a peek here at our team here. We've got Carnage, Mr. Carnage. Everyone that watches my channel should know this guy by now. This guy has one of the most insane rider accounts I've ever seen, dude. He's for Elite Warzone, he's pretty much cream of the crop. Let's just say that. He's really starting to work on all of his white parts here for his backpack and his rider boots and pants. And then he'll probably start working on, if I had to guess, just because we really struggle with ranged, if I had to guess, he'd probably start speccing into range soon after he finishes his riders. But honestly, I don't know. Maybe he'll work on his infantry next. I don't know. He likes Stella. He's probably going to work on his infantry. He just got the helicopter, man. I was just talking about how cool that helicopter was in my last video, and he just picked that up. Picked up the name tag, looking really cool, all purple and scratchy. That's awesome. And yeah, 227 million might. He's got a full 7 million armament set on his chassis that he could throw onto his half transcended Rubina, which is honestly like really good at this point, even to have her half transcended and then a fully transcended chassis Felix, or he can go with the Rubina Felix, or sorry, the Rubina Daryl, or the chasey Felix, or the chasey Rubina for Garrison, whatever. Pick your poison, man. He's got all the riders. The only rider I don't really ever see him using is like Bella and Elena, weirdly enough. Those are like the only two riders I've never seen this guy use. So yeah, anyway, so he's got 526 million T6 kills. This guy loves to fight in the field. This guy loves to rally, he loves to garrison. He just does it all, man. He's a great leader, great competitor, and fun to play with this alliance, man, with this guy in the game. Then we've also got, they call him Propane, this guy here, Propane. He's our other resident whale. He's an infantry whale and does garrison. So looks like he's literally almost got everything to max here. I don't particularly know what his stats are on his gear. I don't think he has all superb Marco and Airy gear, but I'm sure a lot of it is superb, and I'm sure he is working on that to get it all fully superb. That way we'll have a fully maxed infantry whale and a fully maxed rider whale, which will be super sweet. This guy's rocking 193 million might, 314 million kills. About a third of them, well, maybe a quarter, maybe about a quarter of them. T6 kills, really solid. He's got a really solid garrison for infantry. Although I don't know the specifics. I don't really pay attention a whole lot to infantry in this game. You guys will have to forgive me. I don't know. I know everybody loves infantry. I don't love infantry. I'll just be honest with you guys. I don't like infantry in this game. I think they're overused, overhyped, and overabused. So That's my opinion on infantry. I'm sorry, guys. You guys can hate me all you want. So we've got Mr. Necros here. 170 million might, 300 million kills. Big stepper next up in the rider big account department for this alliance. Maxed out backpack, looking to get those white parts now, and then almost maxing out those rider pants and boots, making a really strong rider hero equipment, and then starting to get his superb equipments 5-starred for his riders. I saw some of the battle reports recently, so I know that he's up to no good when it comes to putting some nasty gear onto his main riders. So we've got 61 million T6 kills. That's about 1/6, I would say 1/5 or 1/6 1/5 of his kills are T6, and he's always out there banging, grinding. Then we've got Arifa, one of the main infantry cats here in the alliance. Same with, I don't know how to pronounce this one's name here, Ui or Yuhi or something like that, one of the Asians. And then we've got Letty Lorda, our only ranged account that actually does range stuff like rallying and stuff like that on our team. So she's going to be out there setting some range rallies out there, although I know for a fact she's got a lot of work to do yet. So we'll wait and see how that turns out. And then we've got just a bunch of fighters, man. A bunch of fighters, lots of T6, lots of T5s, upper T5s. I'm about to get my T6 here in the next top commander in like 2 or 3 months. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man, for our alliance. And then last but not least, we've got CRzB, bro. And the reason I did, well, actually they are last and their least, because they did not, they're not going to appear today. They're not going to do a whole lot today. They're not really, yeah, they're just going to kind of observe everyone else fighting today. They don't really have a whole lot going on here, honestly. They've got 101 million might, 161 million might leader. They've got this guy here, 211 million might, 717 million kills. I don't even know if this guy showed up, to be honest with you guys. I don't even know if that guy showed up today. I think he was offline. And then every other person here is just average, you know, average. They've got a bunch of fighters, but nothing spectacular, you know. They don't have anything really. And I don't believe they're even allied with the perpetrators in question, OMG, who decided to go solo dolo today because apparently they're so strong that they don't need allies, guys. These guys are not concerned about us. They're not concerned about the GrOp team. So I really don't know what more I can say to you guys. Let's go into the battle now. It's just about to get started. And yeah, let's do our first ever ally with the GrOp. Let's go. And I'm just going to be doing a little color commentary today. Nothing too special, nothing too special. So we actually weren't planning to fight today. I don't know. It was kind of chalked at the beginning. It kind of looked like at the beginning before we started here that we weren't going to fight, but I guess we changed our minds because everyone's right at the front of the battlefield, ready to go. So let's see here. What are we looking at? We are looking at OMG right now, and the battle just begun 2 minutes ago, and we're starting to push up on them. GrOp is starting to push up on crazy men. And Carnage has sent out a rally to the Science Hub, which is the middle building. And I really don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just sending some marches out. I put a 50% squad buff on so I could make my troop size as big as possible today. I'm also running with a 10% attack buff. I didn't do any zombies because I fell asleep and I needed sleep so badly because I was burnt out, man, all week. So I didn't get any buffs from the ground, so we're just doing it raw today. Okay, so it looks like Nolan's brought his ranged over to the middle to try and help bring down the Science Hub, get that first cap reward. And OMG's JJ with their Stella. I don't know who the support hero is for that. Looks like Miyamoto, Stella Miyamoto. So that's what you're going to be using for rallies. I'm not really too concerned about that, honestly. Miyamoto's not really a good rally hero. So we've got Propane pushing us up the right side of the map here, going and pushing toward OMG and taking out those watchtowers. So we are really just going all in here. I guess we're just going to try and limit the field fighting today. Limit the amount of losses suffered at the beginning of the battle, especially due to just stupidity, like just going out and, you know, burning troops to these guys here. They have a lot of big fighters, these OMG guys. Our allies are tied up currently with the other side of the map, so we're just kind of trying to stabilize the map here. Trying to cut off those... GrOp is over there right now trying to cut off crazy guys so that they can come over here and help us fight these big whales. And to the victor go the spoils. I mean, honestly, I thought this would be a good fight at the beginning. So I don't know why they were saying earlier that we weren't going to be fighting today. I took a peek. I'm not going to lie. I took a peek and it looked like a good matchup. It looked like a winnable matchup. Here we see this guy living life. Just, he's out there in the field just sending his sending his only survivor to get killed by all of the OMG whales. No clue what's going on there. But anyway, live and let live, I guess. So I'm just kind of chilling right now, just looking to join a rally or looking to fill a rally or something like that. I have T5s, man. I'm not really going to be doing a whole lot other than chatting today. Just kind of talking, you know, doing some commentary here, doing some spectating. I got my cheerleader pom-poms, and we're hoping for some good battles today. There's going to be a lot of talking. I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm sitting here with you guys commentating on the battlefield. That's all it is. I'm the narrator today. So the start of the show, man, probably going to be GrOp and the main components of GrOp. There they are, just bashing crazy bros down as far as they can get them, trying to push them all the way out of the battle as soon as humanly possible. They really don't stand a chance, honestly, unless their big 200 million whale shows up. Even then, I don't know that that's going to be enough to solidify a push defense against the high guy and his team. So it looks like they've already taken down one of the defense stations. We're still working on our defense station 1 because this infantry rally, I'm not trying to be rude, but it might not be the best infantry rally I've ever seen. It's a Miyamoto infantry rally. It just doesn't really work that well, but it's all we got. It's what we got. We use it quite frequently. It is what it is, man. Take it with, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure he'll get another hero, but I don't know why he does that. I don't know why anybody does that, bro. They got a rally with Miyamoto. I don't know, dude. I'm not going to say any more on it. I'm not trying to bring anyone... I'm not trying to talk bad about anyone, but... I'm not even an infantry... I know you don't rally with Miyamoto, dude. Why do people do that? He's good in the field. He's made for fighting in the field, guys. I don't know why you guys use Miyamoto. Stop using Miyamoto for fucking garrisons, guys. I don't know why you do that. He's got Bodala as his secondary. So, anyways, I'm going to move on from that because it just pisses me off, dude. I don't know why people do that. So, I'm about to get my rider rally going. As soon as I get my T6s, it'll be strong enough to start sending out some rider rallies. So we've got Julia, we got Bard over here. It looks like GrOp took down the science hub. It looks like I just scouted OMG's watchtower. That looks like they got that's their east watchtowers. Got a Riven Bodala garrison. That's gonna get shit on. I don't know why they use Bodala for garrison. Some people make some really weird... I'm just being honest, man. If I'm offending anyone out there with my analysis, then so be it, man. You guys gotta learn, dude. How are you gonna learn this stuff if you don't know, dude? I don't know anybody that uses Bodala for a garrison, dude. Maybe like in the lower, like, if that's all you got type stuff, but that's definitely not your first choice as a garrison. So, anyway, let's stop talking about infantry. I'm a hater, man. I'm hate watching these infantry. Alright, Letty Lorda's decided to fire up a ranged rally on a unknown target. I'm guessing on that Stella rally that just decided to come in and hit our tower. She's probably doing a counter rally on the Stella, which is not a bad choice to get a counter rally going on that. I'm going to take my infantry out of that defense station because I don't want a Miyamoto garrisoning any of my troops, so I'm out of there. No thank you. I'm out. Not allowing my troops to die to this Miyamoto garrison and moving along, and I'm gonna just leave them in Strange's apartment for a little while and look to join this propane garrison, as Goro and Riven is a little more standard, I would think. Now we're talking, you know, something that's actually half decent. But I did see the wrong beast in there. It's kind of cringe. I just saw the wrong beast in the wrong garrison. Oops, that's not good. He's got to get a beast that's a garrison beast, man. I don't know. I'm not trying to preach, dude. I'm not trying to sound like a know-it-all, but I think it's pretty common knowledge nowadays that if you're using a field fighting beast to garrison anything or rally anything and you're a whale, you're setting yourself back light years from the rest of the competition. You got to get yourself a garrison beast, my friend. You got to do it. So get that done as soon as humanly possible. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? We've got... I'm just basically just observing the battlefield right now, looking like they're trying to push us. We're trying to push them. We've got a very good battle going on with this OMG crew right now on these towers. And this Bodala Riven garrison is getting absolutely clobbered right now by Carnages. I don't even know what Carnage or who is hitting it. Carnage is hitting it. Yeah, I'm seeing 9k, 10k, 17k basic attacks, and then we're only taking 4k from the Bodala, so I'm seeing a lot of good stuff here. I'm seeing like a 2 or a 3 to 1 on that Bodala garrison, so that's really nice. And just filling that up. And it looks to me like OMG has captured the science hub. I think that GrOp wasn't able to hold it, that OMG sent a rally over there, and now they are holding the science hub. So they do have all the territory at the moment, so they can move up and put their shelters anywhere they want on the battlefield. And they have to keep in mind that Crazy Bros are over to their left as well, because they were stupid and decided not to ally with Crazy Bros. Like, I guess they're just egoing this whole map. They just decided that, you know, we've got the best team by a mile. You guys all suck, so we're just gonna ego you guys here. And, you know, it is what it is. I guess, you know, you do what you gotta do at the end of the day, but they could have easily just allied with Crazy Bros and then just not paid any, you know what I mean, and just not, because I don't know, then they just would have one less thing to worry about. I think they're really underestimating our team and GrOp, because honestly, like, yeah, like on their own one-on-one against our team one-on-one or against GrOp one-on-one, yeah, they might have a little bit of an advantage, I'm not gonna lie, but against two of us together, working together, I don't know that it's quite the same of an advantage for them as it would be to have a 2-on-1. So anyways, I don't know what they're going for with that, but I think it's a little bit stupid, honestly. I think they should have just allied with Crazy Bros and just basically that even would have been allies with them, just would have just instantly cut them out of the equation and not had to worry about getting sideswiped or cut off or any sort of, you know, aggravation from them whatsoever. And then they could have just focused on GrOp and MgdR, but they've decided to take on everyone. So Carnage is going to rally JJ, who is rallying our tower now. So he's going to throw a counter rally on that toward the shelter. Actually, he's looking like a fake rally toward the shelter with cars. So it's like it's a diversion, I guess. And someone will have to explain that to me as well. Again, you guys remember, I'm a noob. I'm a noob, dude. I don't know what the hell any of this means. Battlefield strategies. It's all new to me. I spent my first year in shitty alliances, dude. We didn't do anything. So I've only been in MgdR now for about a couple of months. They actually do strats here. They actually do. You're going to see a lot of that today, actually, especially with the tactical orders on the left side of the page. Be doing a lot of stuff with that, so we'll get into that more as the video goes on. But I'm just seeing a lot of rallying going on right now. They've actually sent a rally right into our main base, so all the way toward where the purple shelter is. They've sent, our enemy OMG has sent one rally in over there, and another rally. Well, that's actually their only rally they've got right now going. They've got another one coming for a different watchtower, so it looks like the one on the right. Is it the one on the right or the one on the left? I think it's the one on the right that they're rallying. Not the propane tower, but the one actually to the right of that. They're going to be sending another rally to, so we got to pay attention to that. And pay attention to this one here. It looks like they broke that one. And yes, that Yui girl also has a nice Riven Ragoro garrison. I forgot about that too, so really nice there. That we'll have two really solid infantry garrisons once they both get their gear maxed. So looking really good there. And they did end up burning us, so they've cracked that tower on the right there, but we did manage to get it to stop burning, so that's good. I'm going to go refresh my troops now, and we're going to continue looking at what's going on this battlefield here. Just basically, it looks like a standoff right now. It looks like a standoff. I don't know what's going to happen next. I think right now we're just considering our next move. Looks like Carnage is going to rally the Science Hub, and OMG JJ is going to rally our Watchtower again. So they're really convinced that they're going to be able to crack through one of our Watchtowers. This OMG is, I guess that's really all they have left to do is crack our towers. They have the middle. They have their defense station. They're not really going for our defense station. They're more just trying to push us back off of our towers at the moment, and they can't seem to do that. So we're holding really well, but I feel like the battle's about to get heated up here in a minute. So we're sitting in dead last right now, unfortunately. And I think that might have a lot to do with the zombies, although I don't know exactly. But so we sent in a rider rally. Necros is rallying OMG's defense station with his riders. Looks like he sent a Daryl Rubina rally over there, if I'm not mistaken, which is nice. And I don't think I was able to join that, unfortunately. I don't think I saw that in time, so I'll probably try and fill that later. OMG Yamato has launched a rally against something, although I didn't catch that in time to see what he actually rallied. It's going to be hard to fill that garrison, even if we crack that. Looks like she's using a Sophie Ethan garrison on the Science Hub, or sorry, on the defense tower. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to crack that, or that, sorry, I'm losing my mind here. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to reinforce that very well. which is why I don't even know what we're going for that for in the first place. I think it would be best now to just focus on maintaining that we're trying to crack that science hub, because we do have enough. We can send rallies over with the GrOp team. Looks like the high guy has sent in a rally at the same time as Carnage, and we're going to go and hit this JJOMG's Stella Miyamoto garrison. Not really the best choice for garrison. I would consider using someone else other than Stella and Miyamoto, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to just hang around Carnage's rally so that maybe at some point I can get some reinforcements in there once the rally depletes to like 15 million, 1.5 million or something like that. I've got my fast march out there. Nobody's going to be able to catch that. So I can just kind of hopefully, create a little bit of a distraction, or even join that rally at some point would be perfect. But yeah, mostly just create a distraction and just kind of hang out because I'm bored. I'm bored. I don't have T6s. I can't do much fighting. It doesn't look like anybody, even the T6s, are doing much field fighting at this point. I know for a fact that GrOp has decided to focus less on field fighting and more on rallies and garrisons. At this point, I totally think that's respectable, and it looks like we cracked through. We were able to crack through, and actually MgdR took it, the science hub, easy cap, because they had a shit garrison. That's what happens when you put Stella and Miyamoto as your garrison in the science hub, ladies and gentlemen. So, yep. So we cracked that, and now we're going back over to our base. And so probably just want to make sure that the science hub remains filled. Is it too little too late though? I saw that was a pretty much like 20,000 point difference. It was like 24,000 point difference between 4th and 1st place. So I don't really know if we can catch up, but there is still yet time. But this is definitely an interesting GW, as even just being able to just get them off that science hub was a big step in the right direction for our team. And for our allies as well, because now our allies have a little bit less to worry about in terms of now we can start kind of doing a little bit of field fighting, a little bit of reinforcing, while ONG decides what they want to do next. I guess the kind of the ball's in their court now. Is do they want to try to start pushing us back on some of our weaker points, like the watchtowers and the defense station, or do they want to really cap back that science hub and go for our strongest garrison pretty much on the team, which is the Carnage garrison? So by far, I mean, by a million miles, he's got the strongest account on this team. So looks like we're getting hit on the same tower that they burned previous, the Necros garrison, which is, I believe it's Chasey Daryl, which is not a bad combination actually. It's an interesting combination. Or Daryl Felix, it's one of the two, Daryl Felix or Daryl Chasey. But it looks like we're actually filling up the garrison this time, so I don't think they're going to be able to crack through that. Not with their ranged troops. And yeah, this alliance has a ton of riders, so lots of riders on this account, or on this team. We can just keep filling and sending rider rallies, and it's just a rider heaven over here in MgdR, man. And your boy here is so excited about getting my T6 riders and just building. I want to build one of the strongest one of the strongest mid-spend rider rally accounts on the planet. So this is going to be a really strong alliance. This is already a fairly strong alliance, but I would say by this time, 6 months from now, this alliance will be peak, dude. This alliance will have a lot of transcended superheroes and a lot of optimized gear kits and stuff like that. So lots of stuff to look forward to. I see a lot of promise in MgdR. That's why I came here. I saw a lot of potential with this alliance. Very competitive alliance. The only thing that we struggle with is ranged. We really don't have a ranged whale on our team, or somebody that can handle sending out a lot of ranged rallies or ranged garrisons or anything like that. But we make do with what we have, with just that one person. We make do for now. So it looks like OMG's decided to send back the Miyamoto Stella rally to hit up our science hub, which is actually not doing that good. It's not really a great choice. I don't know why they use Miyamoto in their rallies. It's like this obsession people have with Miyamoto. It's almost a dead meme, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm at this point just beating a dead horse with these people and their confidence, their overconfidence they have in Miyamoto. Listen, Miyamoto is a great field fighter. I will never discount Miyamoto as a great field fighter, but Miyamoto in a rally or a garrison is a losing cause. You're just losing, dude. You're losing more troops. You're losing more fights. You're losing more everything. So, yeah. Let this serve as a reminder for everybody out there that I hate Miyamoto. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that I hate Miyamoto, dude. It's really not that I hate Miyamoto. It's just only in a field fighting do I like Miyamoto. If I was an infantry main, I would run Miyamoto, but it would be only in the field. That's it. Only in the field. Unless you're in like Fearless and you're just like going up against T4 idiots that, not say idiots, I'm speaking like really rude right now, but T4 noobs, okay, like that don't know anything about the game. Yeah, you could throw a 5 million Stella Miyamoto at them and it's gonna hurt, but you're throwing it at a Chasey Felix garrison that is fully maxed. And you have strength against riders being infantry, and you're still not able to do it. Like, you're still not able to do it, bro. So I don't know. They just broke their rally. It's not working out. They finally decided to break their rally up and send a new one. Because they don't have allies, they weren't able to send 2 rallies at the science hub, which would have helped them cap it. But because they want to ego and be egotistic, we still hold the science hub. So we're holding the science hub right now, and we're starting to field fight as well, which is really fun. Looks like we're starting to get our licks in on the field too, which is very nice to see. And what do we got here? It looks like we did capture a defense station as well for the moment, so we are holding it. I'm going to try to send some reinforcements over here, although I'm not too enthusiastic or optimistic about it. I don't think it's going to even make it there, since I took all of my speed mods off of the off of my Rubina. So I'm not able to actually send those just yet. But we're filling up that rally in the science hub, and GrOp has pushed Crazy Bros all the way back to their spawn and keeping them there. And MgdR is slowly starting to climb back into contention With 30 minutes to go, it is highly possible that we win if we just hold the Science Hub for the remainder of the fight. That we will win this battle. So it looks like OMG is actually starting to push up against Crazy Bros as well, which is very interesting. That they have enough resources to not only fight us, but fight Crazy Bros as well. So they've sent another rally, what looks to be a Bodala rally, to fight our outer watchtower. Now, I'm not gonna like knock Bodala too much, but just like a Bodala Stellar rally for this purpose is probably not your best two choices for heroes to send it for an infantry rally. You've got to be kidding me, bro. There's got to be something else on the account other than a Bodala to pair with your Stella. Like, let me tell you guys how I did my account, okay? I got the Rubina. I'm transcending the Rubina. I nearly have enough fragments to transcend the Rubina. I just now need to get the course. Well, at the same time, I'm currently saving all the fragments that I need to be able to fully max Daryl. So that way, when I finally have my Rubina ready to go, I will have the Daryl also ready to go. So I'll have the best 2 rider heroes to go in for a rally. And that'll be my rider rally. Like, it'll just be easy at that point. I'm not going to use Bella and Rubina for a competitive rally because it's just not the meta, dude. It's not the meta. This is a competitive environment. Let me remind you guys, this is not like some like casual battlefield that we're on right now. We're on an actual competitive elite warzone type battlefield. I don't know why it says G99, but this, like GrOp and MgdR, and I'm sure OMG, like we constantly find ourselves in Archipelago Raid in the top of Elite Warzone. So that's what we are. So we're a competitive alliance. So we want to be competitive. We want to be out there, you know, strategizing and optimizing our heroes and sending out meta heroes and stuff like that. So to see these off meta rallies and garrisons is really it's just so frustrating, man. I don't understand it. Like, I'm frustrated for my opponents right now just to see just what they're doing. Like, they could just so easily trade that Bodala for, I don't even know, dude. An Eddie. Like an Eddie, dude. Or, I don't even know at this point. Like, I don't know, bro. I give up. I give up, dude. So, who do you guys put your infantry heroes with for rallies and garrisons? What pairs of infantry do you use for rallies and garrisons? Okay, I have no clue what just happened, but they got to our mid. They ended up, I don't know what happened there. They must have used a tactical order or something like that, because they cracked our science hub. It's gone. So there goes our science hub. Just like that, it's gone. And just like that, that probably just lost us the game. We're probably not going to be able to finish in first place anymore. So yeah, that really sucks. We'll fight on. So we'll fight on here. We'll continue on. There's still 26 minutes. I mean, if we can get it back really quickly, we're going to have to pull some strings out of our... We're going to have to pull a rabbit out of our hat here, though, because it's like we're running out of time. It says attack mode in effect. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to try and reinforce this. Although I just broke up all of my best rider gear. I took all of my speed off of my rider gear, and I just have I just have attack stats and lethality and stuff like that on my rider gear now, so I gotta work on a purple set of just speed gear so that I can do quick reinforcing, but that's not as important, I don't think, as getting your first maxed set of optimized min-max gear. So that's what I'm working on right now. You can save the speed gear for later, it's not that important. We can still get to the rallies and the garrisons even without the speed gear, so like it's not that important. Normally we would have some field presence out here, but right now we've got all of our assets in the rallies and the garrisons, so I think we're garrisoning right now like 3 outposts with infantry, and well, 2 with infantry and 1 with riders, and we're gonna go out to the middle and try to get that with riders. So 2 rider in, and then we've got this defense station which is infantry as well, so we've got 3 infantry garrisons and 2 rider garrisons, and also a rider garrison down there in the southern defense station. So 3 rider garrisons and 3 infantry garrisons currently. And if we take the science hub, that's 4 rider garrisons and 3 infantry garrisons. So we're pretty much tied up right now in just maintaining those garrisons and rallies and keeping them going. That's really our only hope right now, although I really don't know what hope is left, in all honesty. Like, what is there left? What hope is left, dude? What hope is left? It's almost 20 minutes to closing time. There's Carnage. He's finally out on the field. He's able to get some slaps in on this guy here, whoever this is. Ripstick. That's not Ripstick. That was just a guy going into Ripstick's castle. Definitely, I don't think they realize how good they are though sometimes. Like, I think that, like, the first time I looked at our opponent, OMG, I said, okay, we could take these guys. Like, yeah, they're strong. They might beat us, but we might beat them. Like, we're also strong in comparison to them. Like, we're not weak. We can hold our own, but I think having GrOp as our allies is really the nail in the coffin here in terms of, like, actually beating OMG, because if we're allied with crazy bros or just allied with nobody, going up against GrOp, who's allied with OMG, for example, we would get our shit slapped. We would get our shit slapped because we just don't have that kind of depth. You know what I mean? That I think that OMG has the depth. They just don't have the brains. I mean, it's really dumb that they decided to go this solo. That's a very, like, that's a God mode challenge that, honestly, they're going to get really lucky, honestly, if they win this. It's not going to be because of skill. It's going to be because of luck, in all honesty. Like, however they broke our science hub there, if we had just kept garrisoning that, would have been the most important thing. Probably could have just won us the game, honestly, if we had just... Let's say, for example, we don't give up that science hub for the duration we have it. We probably just win outright. We probably just win the match. So, Anyway, I'm not gonna keep talking about it. I'm not gonna keep harping on it like it's not important. OMG wanted to go solo. It is what it is, you know. They want to play solo. They want a challenge. Sure. We'll give you guys a challenge. So I'm just looking to fill up this infantry. Oh, it looks like they broke off the rally. So they were going to go and rally OMG's Southern Defense Station with infantry, but they decided to call off the rally and just, I guess maybe it was a fake rally or something like that, or I really don't know. I saw that Propane has decided to go for the middle with his infantry, so he's actually going to try and take a shot at the middle and then put his infantry in to garrison the middle. So that's what it looks like at the moment. That's what the battlefield looks like now. I'm seeing a lot of red. So GrOp has 2 defense stations. We're sending our infantry rally to the middle. Although I don't really know if this rally is quite strong enough. I see the logic. Like if they're garrisoning it again with Miyamoto and Stella, then it's probably going to work. It's probably got a really good chance to work. But I don't know who he sent. That's the issue. I don't know who he sent. So I'm going to do a little bit of field fighting here. The Samoto's guys balls deep in our territory. And now has decided to back up. Yeah, this is not looking too good here for our boy Propane. It's already looking pretty bad, honestly. I'm seeing pretty much a 2-to-1 there in favor of the Stella. He's decided to send Stella and I think Eileen Volt, which actually probably isn't too bad. A little bit of a glass cannon-y type thing going on. But the problem is, I just don't know that it's strong enough. I just don't know that his gear is strong enough to get through. I would much rather Carnage be rallying. That's all I'm trying to say in that situation. But maybe he went off for a second or something like that. I got myself caught in a really bad situation here. Getting attacked now by like 3 T6 marches from a whale. And I just decided to just take it. Because why not, right? I'm bored. I haven't done anything for like 20 minutes. Why not just send a march out to get absolutely annihilated? Since nothing else is going on at the moment with riders. And yeah, cue the healing speed up meta. Since we're actually in contention, I mean, so we've given up the science hub for over 10 minutes now. I mean, we're probably not going to win, but we might be still able to come in second place if we can cap it back. We might be able to overcome GrOp and jump into second place, which I don't think that's really the ideal situation. Like, it would have been much better if GrOp got the science hub, was able to hold the science hub, not give up the science hub to OMG, and then we ended up capping the science hub after GrOp for a little bit to ensure that we got second place. Would have been a much better positioning for both GrOp and MgdR. But since it doesn't look like GrOp is really having too much to do with the middle unless we go in there and rally it, at this point we're probably just going to go for second place, and unfortunately that means that GrOp is going to get put in third place. But which again is not really your ideal situation for allying with somebody. I would much rather both of us get, you know, first and second, but unfortunately it is what it is. If we can't hold the middle, we can't really manipulate the points quite as much as we'd like to, right? So we got to get the middle to be able to do that. We just launched a rally assault, so we're going to be able to launch 2 rallies on a building, so I'm guessing that's going to be sent toward the science hub. Carnage sending T6 riders to the science hub. He'll open that up for T5 after, but I totally see the reasoning there why he would want to just send T6, because at this point we are desperate and we need the best of the best of the best to get out there and do their thing. So who do you put in the bottom of the 9th inning when you need an out and you're 1 run ahead of the other team? You don't put in your worst pitcher. You put in your closer. So you got to put in your best pitcher to come in and close out the game for you. Well, it's the same thing here. GrOp's finally showed up. Finally was able to push back those annoying, pesky, crazy bros enough so that they could actually come over here and fight us. But what's funny is that I think that OMG actually stuck their foot in their mouth, because they actually helped GrOp be able to come over here and fight them with us by moving over and pinching on Crazy Bros with GrOp. They basically allied with GrOp without actually allying with them to push Crazy Bros right out of the equation altogether, so that GrOp could come over here and punish them for it. So really stupid war strategy on OMG's part. I don't like the strategy at all. It's just Genesis War, man. It's just what you gotta do, you know? You gotta ally with people. Unless you're obviously, like, by far and away the strongest team on the map and the other teams don't even come close, well, then you do whatever you want. But in this case here, I really don't think it was smart to be allowing GrOp into the battle. I think that, you know, looking at it from OMG's perspective, if you wanted to ensure a victory, then pushing Crazy Bros out of the battle was the worst thing you ever could have done for yourself. But again, that's if they did a fair estimation of, and I'm starting to get into the field here, everyone's starting to get into the field, fighting part of it, which is great. We're starting to see a big war brewing up here, and we are making a hard push with double rally on to the science hub with Carnage's rally, and we're actually able to get some field presence going as well as some field fighting as well. GrOp's got another rally sent in to the science hub as well. So there's like 3 rallies, I believe, going on to the science hub. Necros is sending another rally over as well, which I believe I might be getting in. Or no, I'm sending reinforcements to Carnage's rally at the moment. Actually. So we're in, and now I'm just going to go out and field fight here. I've got my strongest March, which is my Bella Rubina. And by the way, folks, I'm actually very impressed with how Rubina's been performing in field fighting, as well as rallying. She's really good for field fighting, I gotta say. So, I know it didn't look like it there the first time I got absolutely massacred, but when there's a bunch of people out there like this, just doing their thing, and we cracked back into the science hub, but with only a short 10 minutes left, I don't know that we're going to be able to clutch first place. So I locked on to this Nora, and I don't care who's gonna hit me. I'm just gonna take that Nora march out, easy peasy. Just one shot, you're dead. Have a nice day. And what have we got here? I locked onto Moisturano from the back. I'm just hitting it from the back, baby. Moisturani. I'm hitting her from the back and she's running away. Okay, well maybe I should stop hitting her from the back then. That's probably not. That's probably gonna. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. That was a bad joke. Moving on from that. Alright, so I'm going up here. I'm just looking to hit anybody I see on the field at the moment. Anybody at all. Peacock. What a name for a guy. Peacock. Okay, Peacock's gone and ran back into his shelter. Then we got this Marco and Aerie is just being swarmed by everybody here. GrOp just kind of hanging out, helping us out wherever they can. But the battles, man, this battle is getting intense, dude. We've got what looks to be, is that another march going to the mid? So we're going to try and hold mid. And at this point, I'm just looking at the damage numbers. That's why I have it on high. I have it on high optimized mode right now. It looks like we're getting some fair trades here. It looks like we're not getting targeted by any of these T6s that we're fighting. So this is great. I'm not going to hit the tower with my march. But I'm just going to try and just get as much points. We started the day with 30 million. It's 45 million for max points. So my goal here for today is just to get max points and help my team win. Those are my two main goals here. Although I don't really think I can do much to help my team win. But so we're hitting this chasey. We're evenly trading with this chasey, which is good, I guess. Even though the chasey is really not targeting me. These are T6s that I'm hitting, so. Lucas Galvao does not have T6s though. So if I see Lucas Galvao out on the field or Nervash, those are the people that I'm first going to be targeting because they do not have T6s. And I'm just going to try and stay right in the middle. Try and go unnoticed. Try and not be noticed by any of these enemies. Because as soon as I get targeted, my march will just get instantly murked. But we're getting some pretty good trades right now, it looks like. Still got 239k, so I only lost 100k in those exchanges, so not too bad. We took out a Nora march and bruised and battered a few other marches. I'm just solo marching right now. I only have one good set of gears, so that's really all I can bring out right now. We're just hitting this Claude, hitting this Marco. And it looks like they're going to start bringing some rallies to the Science Hub to try and cap this Science Hub and close it off. What a turn of events though. We went from at the beginning of the day not even thinking that we could compete with these people. Well, I did. I never said that we couldn't. It was somebody else who said it. Weren't even going to compete. Thought we were going to get run over. I was like, you guys are crazy, man. We're not going to get run over. I don't even know why they said it, honestly, but maybe it's because some people thought they were going to be offline or maybe AFK or something like that, or maybe they couldn't participate. But it looks like we're doing pretty good, to be honest with you. But I think that is attributed a lot to our allies and GrOp. GrOp did really good at holding off Crazy Bros. Thank you all. Also, OMG did it as well. So we have OMG to thank for that, for not picking any allies. And then, yeah, just Crazy Bros just being weak as fuck in general, because If it wasn't for, it's all Crazy Bros, man. Like, if Crazy Bros did anything to us whatsoever, if they even breathed on the Science Hub while OMG was rallying it, we would not have been able to garrison it, I don't think, for quite this long. But yeah, I think we surprised a lot of people with this battle today, because maybe we even surprised ourselves. Maybe we surprised everyone, because I think a lot of people a lot of people on OMG both underestimated GrOp and they underestimated MgdR, and then put those two together. I bet you they'll never make this decision again, because they're getting absolutely clapped right now. And it probably, if I'm gonna, yeah, cue the healing speed up meta. 3 days, 14 hours worth of healing speed ups coming right up, because honestly, I'm having fun and I really don't give a shit about saving them for top commander. I don't even plan on using healing speed ups anymore for top commander. I've, you know, changed my strategy altogether for healing speed ups since the changes in how much troops you can actually quick heal per day. I know for sure if we ever get into a pissing match in Genesis, or sorry, in Archipelago raid, that you know, or Island raid, that 1.4 million heals per day isn't going to be enough. So, especially if you need them quickly too, like Genesis War is the best time to use healing speed ups, bro, because you're literally only have like seconds that, you know, you have to heal your troops before you need to get back out onto the field and start, you know. I got targeted. Finally, they targeted my march, and stupid me, I was trying to go reinforce the rally with my slow march. I don't even know what I was thinking there. I gotta go back and heal again. Dumbass, what are you doing? I don't know why I did that. So, there, we got rapid reinforcement now. They activated rapid reinforcement. So we can literally get our reinforcements to the middle within seconds, which is great. That's a really smart tactic there, whoever activated that. Very smart. I think I've got over 200,000 dead right now. Which means I lost 50k troops in this battle, which really sucks, man. But it's all for fun. This is what the game is, man. It's just to have fun, right? I don't care about resources as long as I'm having fun. You're just wasting resources for no reason at all. That's a different story. You know, you're wasting resources and you're losing. Like, that's a different story. But we're actually in this. We have a chance to win this. I don't even think I looked at the score. I can't really remember what the score is. I'm just focusing right now on giving my team the best opportunity to win, which is making sure that that science hub remains filled with troops. So everyone's doing the same thing. I trusted my team, and I know that they're all doing the same thing. I know that they're all doing the exact same thing as me. They're probably using some healing speed ups. They're probably spending a lot of resources to make sure that their troops stay healed up. And there you go. You just saw the score there. And looks like I got over 49 million points now too, which is crazy. Crazy work, bro. I'm like a one march man, bro. Queue another 3 days worth of healing speed ups now. So that's what, 6 days worth of healing speed ups. But we're getting pounded in this science hub, so we got to keep it filled. I'm literally just going all in at this point because, you know, it's just an ego thing at this point. You're not getting this fucking science hub. OMG, I can't remember their name. Their alliance name is so stupid. I can't remember your alliance name. Is that dumb? OMG. It's like a teenage phrase that I used to say in high school. So you're not getting the science hub back from us. You let GrOp out of the cage by not allying with crazy bros, and you spread your resources too thin, and look at that, you nearly lost the plot. And if the game would have lasted even 5 minutes more, I bet you we could have won this outright, but there it is. Game over. 4,000 points out of first place. Big freaking war going on in this G99 bracket. This was by far the best in terms of fun and in terms of interactivity and just in terms of like seeing war strategies happen on the fly, like using those tactical orders, using those super weapons, really smart strategizing by our team there to get us into that second place. And we couldn't have done it without GrOp, man. We couldn't have done it without GrOp. We couldn't have done it without OMG. They helped us get that second place without even knowing it. Stupid people. And then yeah, just the team just played great. And MgdR, man, just strategizing to take, to hit spots, like hit that southern defense tower, keep them distracted, send fake rallies, counter rallies. Rallies were getting filled up. Rallies were getting, garrisons were getting filled up. And with the new garrison rule, you can't send the wrong troop type to the... So all the garrisons had the proper amounts of troops in them, the proper types of troops. Everyone stayed on their toes. Nobody lost an inch. Nobody gave an inch. We didn't let any of our towers burn. And that's, to me, is a good... Even though we didn't win first place, to me, that's still a win in my books, because just this whole strategy, all the strategy that we implemented today by the R4s and the R5 in our alliance was masterful. It was a masterclass in how to use tactical orders, how to ally properly in Genesis War. And we gave ourselves a hell of a challenge too by not allying with OMG. Not that I would ever not ally with the high guy. How could you not want to ally with GrOp? If you ever meet up with GrOp, we're going to ally with GrOp. Even if they're the worst team on the battlefield, I'd still want to team up with GrOp, man, because I watch the high guy's videos. I like the high guy's videos. He's my favorite Doomsday YouTuber. Besides myself, he's my favorite dude, man, to watch. So I'm really sad that GrOp wasn't able to come in first or second with us today. And unfortunately, it is what it is. But thank you to the GrOp crew over there. I hope you guys continue to maintain your journey and get stronger in your own personal accounts and stronger as an alliance. OMG, get your head checked. Your ego is a little bit bigger than anything I've ever seen. They basically called us trash, dude. That's what they said by not allying with anyone today. They said, you guys are trash. We can beat you. We don't need you guys as allies. We don't want your allies. And we don't need any allies. So that's a losing strategy. But they won. They did win. So I can't take that away from them. They won. But they only won by 4,000 points. It's not like they won like 60,000 to 30,000, right? Like, we held the science hub longer than they did. So the only reason they won was because they got the first cap, or I don't know, dude. How did they even win? I don't know, honestly. I think it was because they held the I don't know. I can't tell you how they won, dude. How did they win? I don't know. It makes no sense to me how they even won, but they won. And they won. They beat us fair and square. Now I'll just keep these guys here. I probably won't heal these guys, I don't think. 200,000, 225,000, 247,000 in the aid station. So that means I lost 65,000 troops today in today's battle. Thank you very much. And yeah, shout out to the Privileges subscription for that extra 5%. Yeah, that extra 5% really matters. So So we're done. That's it. Now we're going to take a look at some of the battle reports here. You're going to see that they're not too far. Like, they're not that bad. A lot of the battle reports here are in our favor. This one here, not so much in our favor, but it's very even. Like, there's really no difference to it whatsoever. So they've got... It's just the gear, right? We're taking a look at the hero equipment here for Carnage. He's got the full Moishirani superb armament set with all the rare hones on them. A lot of red hones on them as well. And then you're looking at Amato's gear. I'm just kind of going through it because we've got a lot of battle reports to get through today. Level 20 infantry and level 21 riders, then all the hero equipment there for each member respectively. And there you see the big difference in beast might. Level 15 workshop. And I happen to swipe my reinforcements over on the way there. Full superb armament set. Looking very nice. Yeah, that was the time I got absolutely shafted. I just let them swarm my march for no reason at all. I don't usually do that, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And this is when we started a field fight. We started actually... Oh, that was a nice one there. Sending out, 300,000 troops. Coming back home with 295,000. Deal 400,000 damage and might. 40,000 to 4,000, so I'm getting a 10-to-1 on that. Thanks to Lucas Galvao. And his Moishirani Jaden combo. His green beast. Using the green fire beast as his... And then Chi there. Chi has T6 riders. Must have been hitting it from the back because I got a nice one in on them there. Thank you so much, Lucas. That was the Nora March. I just absolutely decimated in one shot. And sent him back to the checkpoint. Here's another rally here. Carnage rally. Chasey Rubina. Seems to be pretty meta right now. Against the Stella Miyamoto garrison. Getting a solid 2-to-1 on that is really nice. They have a fully decked out Otachi. So I'm seeing a lot of good work out there done by this Rubina march of mine. I'm seeing a lot of 10-to-1s here. 10-to-1 ratios. A lot of good work there by my beast. That's how I have my beast set up. Corpse, Bull, Volcano, Rhino. Because they've been giving me the Volcano Rhino for free, so I just decided to go full out crit damage, crit rate on my build. And it works out pretty good. I think that's like your optimal low spender build, honestly. If I make a video about that later, that'll probably be my optimal combo for a rally beast. Rally / garrison build is the Corpse Bull paired with the Volcano Rhino with crit rate, crit damage on the chips. It looks like they used the super weapon on OMW ARMT here to keep him in place for a moment, and they just swarmed his shelter. Burned his shelter instantly. The rally took no more than 10 seconds. And Carnage just burned his shelter to the ground. All of his troops are dead. GG's, Mr. AMRT. On our friend there, GrOp Shifu Shibi maybe just went offline, is now getting burned. It's really disrespectful to your alliance to leave your shelter out on the battlefield like that. Just port back, bro. I don't understand it. Why didn't you just port back? People are gonna say, oh well, it happens. Yeah, it doesn't happen every single event. Someone gets burned, man. Like, it doesn't need to happen every single goddamn event, dude. If you're gonna go offline, port back. It's that simple. Yeah, see, if either one of us, either GrOp or MgdR could have held the science hub for just a little bit longer, we could have easily gotten GrOp into second place or first place. And we could have held second place or first place. We could have just, man, it would have been so sweet to just take OMGs, just humble OMG today. We were like this close, man. It was a lot closer than I'm sure they thought it was going to be. Well, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I got to get going, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. For those that are still here, if you're still here, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps grow the channel. And with that, I'm getting out of here for today. Peace. Or as the high guy would say, love, peace, chicken grease, and stay lifted.